Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the level 4 students. I'm so glad you can join me for this video recording of the intermediate cutting edge Pearson intermediate lessons. I will be recording all the class videos moving forward. The reason for this is that some of our teachers are not very comfortable with sitting in front of the camera all the time. And so that may affect the overall experience of this recording. And therefore, here I am providing all classes, all the recordings for this course. I hope you enjoy this course. And if you do see me around, give me a wave and say hello. Are you ready? If you are, all right, we are now looking at the intermediate cutting edge Pearson English intermediate course, or in our school, we call it level 4. All right, level 4. So if you are ready, let's go. All right, so we're going to start. If you are ready, do you have your coffee beside you? Have you had enough rest? Are you ready to get started? If you are, we are going to start with a warm-up session. Chapter 1 is always very relaxed, and here we go. We're looking at your world. And in this course, well, we're going to start with the basics like present simple and present continuous. We're going to talk about everyday activities, and I will try to help you talk. Most importantly, please remember that our actual classes that you sign up for, the actual classes, and the actual classes are much more important than the online classes, which are more as a support, right? Okay, so here we go. Questions and short answers. We're going to match situations 1 to 3 with photos A to C. We have photo A, B, and C. All right, and here we go. Number 1, someone answering questions to complete a form. Yes. I hope that by now you should have no problem seeing from and form. Okay, I hope so. Next one, someone who has just arrived in a foreign country. Foreign meaning from a different country. Like if you are in Singapore, you are a foreigner. All right. Yes. Do you like the foreign food in Singapore? Like for example, when you come to Singapore, all the food in Singapore is foreign to you. Like for example, do you eat Malay food or Indian food? Do you? If you don't, it's normal because these types of food are still quite foreign to you. All right. So someone who has just arrived to a foreign country and is greeting an old friend she hasn't seen for a long time. So usually in this kind of situation, you see someone you don't know, you see someone you haven't seen in a long time, what would you say? Maybe you would say, long time no see. Maybe, yes. This is, what do you think? Long time no see, do you think that this is correct English? Maybe yes, maybe no. The answer is, it is now correct English. Now it is, but before 2017, it wasn't good English. It was Chinese to English. But now we can, and we do say, hey, hi, long time no see. So my question to you now is, before we said long time no see, what did we say? Well, if we want to get the same feeling as how you put it long time no see, we actually have a few sentences. For example, number 1, it's been a while since I last saw you. Yes. This is actually how we say, 好久不见, long time no see. Hey, wow, it's been a while since I last saw you. Or we can make it easier. We can make it shorter. Hey, it's been a while. All right, well, I haven't seen you in quite a while. So these are sentences that we used to say before we started saying long time no see. Well, you can check this out for long time no see. You can check the history. In 2017, I think it was Harvard University that they went, because this phrase, 短句, this phrase has been used so often that the Harvard University just went, okay, it's correct English. Or is it Oxford? I think it's Oxford Dictionary. So you can check it out. All right, next one, getting to know a classmate on a new course. So of course, all of you now are on a new course, new English course. So very simple, 1, 2, and 3. So of course, this is 3, someone getting to know a classmate on a new course, of course. Right? You can see the books, and there's very polite, shaking hands. Yeah. Here, yes, of course, hugging. All right. So the hugging is each other. So of course, this would be hasn't seen for a long time. And lastly, right here will be A, right? Yes. Fill up a form. Okay. So if you can, you need to think of 2 questions that the people in each situation might ask. Okay, so maybe, all right. So what kind of questions would you ask in this situation? So of course they are getting to know a classmate. So you have your basic, what's your name? Where are you from? You what course are you studying? Yeah, maybe. You have any different answers you can share with your teacher in class, all right? How about here? What kind of questions will be asked here? Oh, wow, how are you? It's been such a long time. How is your family? How are you? How is life? Okay, here I can say, how's life? Okay. So when I say how's life, how would you answer it? Right, for me it'd be, oh, how's life? That means how has your life been up to now? So for this situation, usually we will tell them, oh, my life is, I changed some jobs, I had another child, I changed a boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay, all right, how's life? Yeah, sure. This one, yeah, completing a form. What kind of questions? I don't know. So let's just continue. We're now going to listen to 9 short conversations and match them with situations 1 to 3 in exercise 1A. So again, 9 short conversations. We have these situations 1A, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. So just match. Okay, are you ready? All right, if you are ready, let's go. In 3, 2, 1.
Unit 1. Recording 1. 1.
What's your full name, please?
It's Merhab. Merhab. 2.
Hey, great to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. And it's really good to be here.
3.
And could you tell me your full address?
It's flat 4, Arlington Mansions, Surrey. 4.
So, which part of Argentina do you come from?
From near Buenos Aires. Actually, I only arrived here from Sao Paulo a few hours ago.
5.
Really? How was your flight?
Oh, it was fine, thanks.
6.
So, did you have a good journey?
Yes, I did actually, but it was long.
7.
What's your marital status?
Single. 8.
Have you got any family?
Just my parents.
9.
And are your parents okay?
Mum is, but Dad isn't very well, I'm afraid.
Okay, all right. So have you heard it? Do you need to listen to it again? If you do, I'm just going to play it again one more time just to be sure. All right. Ready? Here we go. One more time. If you have already gotten the answer, you can skip forward or go for a short break. 2 minutes, 1 minute and 43-second break. Okay, ready? Let's go.
Unit 1. Recording 1. 1.
What's your full name, please?
It's Merhab, Merhab. 2.
Hey, great to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, and it's really good to be here.
3.
And could you tell me your full address?
It's flat 4, Arlington Mansions, Surrey. 4.
So, which part of Argentina do you come from?
From near Buenos Aires. Actually, I only arrived here from Sao Paulo a few hours ago.
5.
Really? How was your flight?
Oh, it was fine, thanks.
6.
So, did you have a good journey?
Yes, I did actually, but it was long.
7.
What's your marital status?
Single. 8.
Have you got any family?
Just my parents.
9.
And are your parents okay?
Mum is, but Dad isn't very well, I'm afraid.
All right, okay. If you're done, let's check the answers. Here we go. All right, by yourself, how many questions from the conversations can you remember? Make a list and then listen again. All right, all right. So if you need to make a list and then go back to this point, go back to the listening and then try it again. If not, let's move on. Forming the questions. All right, of course, we have what, forming questions, how do we form questions, what, where, which, form or WH questions, word or phrases. And of course, you have your who, what, when, where, why, correct? Yeah. So here we go. Who, why, whose. Okay. Whose, of course, if you don't know what is whose pen is this? I have a pen. I can ask my class, hey class, whose pen is this? Whose? Okay. When, how many, what time, of course, okay. All right, which is the right one and which is the wrong one? You need to cross out the questions with the incorrect word order. Of course, this is wrong. Yeah, true. Okay. Next, let's move on. We need to now rewrite the answers to these questions using did, do, and doesn't. For example, did you have a good journey? Yes, I had a good journey. I can make it simple. Yes, I did. Do all your parents live near here? So for this one, so of course, part B, if you need, you can take some time. Oops, I'm sorry. Part B, what is the answer for this? And the next one, here we go. And does your father work in London? Oh, he works from home. So what is the answer here? All right. All right. Hang on. Okay, are you ready? Take a right. Let's just check the answers. Here we go. My parents do, but my sister doesn't. Okay. Why is it my parents do? My parents. Plural. Do you remember what is plural? Yes, plural is your 复数. Yes, many. Plural means there are many. So my parents live near here, so my parents do, but my sister doesn't because only one sister, but we have parents. Okay. Does your father? Of course, one. Third person singular? No, no, he doesn't. Simple enough? Okay. All right. Again, no, he doesn't because third person singular. If you find that this is too easy, yes, it is very easy now. It is just simply a warm up. It gets more exciting later on. Let's move on. All right, here, very simple. Take some time. Please write in all the words, like for example, is this your first visit to London? Yes, actually it is. Tell you what, again, pause this video. Right now, you can pause the video and do this yourself, all right? Take all these answers and fill it in yourself. There is nothing here to help you. So you need to find, so let me show you example. If you still don't know what to do, what your postcode, please. So of course, what you need to write in, what is your postcode, please. Number two, where exactly you live. So what is number two? Where exactly do you live? Okay, we need to put do over here. All right, I'm not going to give you any more answers. You have to figure it out yourself. Let me give you a new phrase. You have to figure it out yourself. And what is the meaning of figure it out yourself? I hope you know, you're level 4. If you don't know, it means you need to think of the answer yourself. Figure it out yourself. So we don't really say think of an answer yourself. We say, yeah, go figure it out yourself. All right, please pause the video. Please stop. Please pause the video and do this on your own. Are you ready? Okay. I hope that you've paused the video because I'm going to show you the answers right now. Okay? All right, are you ready for the answers? Here we go. Let's have a look at the answers. Okay, ready? Where are my answers? All right, it's over here. So, what's your postcode, please? What is a postcode? Like, for example, the postcode of our school is 179803. Every house in Singapore has a postcode. I'm sure yours has one too. Where exactly do you live? Exactly means specifically. Exactly means give me all the information. So you need to give your full address. Exactly do you? How's your job going? Well, we can also make this simple. We can say, hey, how's your job? Or I hope you remember what I said something. I said about how's life. When I say how's life, it can also mean how's your job going. Do you speak any other languages apart from English? Apart here means other than. Do you speak any other languages other than English? It's the same as do you speak any other languages apart from English? Don't do all your family speak English? Could you tell me your date of birth? Okay. Could you tell me? So I have a question. Can I say, can you tell me your date of birth? Sure, I can. What is the difference? For here, remember, could is more, it's a very polite can. Like, can you tell me your date of birth? And could you tell me? It's the same, but could is more polite. Okay. Did you have a nice holiday? Yes, thanks. I did. Have you got any brothers and sisters? No, I haven't. Now, if you didn't get this, all right, and I want to explain that this is actually British English. Okay. This, have you got any brothers and sisters? No, I haven't. So how do you think the Americans would say? Well, they would say, do you have any brothers and sisters? And of course, the answer will be no, I don't. Okay, so this is British English. Have you got any brothers and sisters? American English is, do you have any brothers and sisters? No, I haven't. No, I don't. Okay. All right. Before we move on, I just want to do a quick one. Like, for example, for British English would be, let's say, American English is I have a dog. For British English is I have got a dog. Okay, so for British English, you have an extra got. So this is actually the British English for have. So Americans just went have. American English is simpler English. How do I help you to understand this? It's just like in Chinese, you have 繁体字 and 简笔字, right? So it's the same. American English would be more 简笔 and the British English would be 繁体. Okay, all right. I hope you do not have any questions. If you do, please look for your teacher and ask them about this part, okay? So the next thing is you need to look at these questions and match with the photos. Again, pause the video and try and take all these questions and match with all these photos. Okay, pause the video, please. All right, welcome back. You can now, welcome back. If you're ready, let's check the answers. Okay, first of all, listen and check your answers. Here we go.
Unit 1. Recording 2. Example.
Is this your first visit to London?
Yes, actually, it is. 1,
What's your postcode, please?
2,
Where exactly do you live?
3,
How's your job going?
4,
Do you speak any other languages apart from English?
No, I don't. 5,
Do all your family speak English?
6,
Could you tell me your date of birth?
7,
Did you have a nice holiday?
Yes, thanks, I did.
8.
Have you got any brothers and sisters?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I apologize for that long break. Let's check the answers. All right, here we go. So did you match all this with your with the pictures? I hope you got them all right. If not, please go back and watch that part of the video again and try it again. Okay. All right, before we move on, just something that I noticed: date of birth. So in Singapore, when we are filling up forms, when we are filling up forms, usually date of birth, and you see on the form, you will see it as DOB, date of birth. Okay. Next, let's continue. For this part, when it comes to pronunciation, I don't really like to focus too much on this because it stresses, stress. It gives the students too much stress to try and get the correct pronunciation. Remember, all we want to do is to be able to communicate correctly. And I don't really think we need to focus on where to stress the important words. I think generally, generally most people should know roughly where to stress. All right. So I don't want you to worry too much when to stress things. It's too difficult. All right. All right, for the next part, you need to act out two conversations. Now, of course, you are alone at home, or you're watching this recording and there's nobody to with you. But you can what you can do from here is that you can look at the photos and talk to yourselves. Like, hi, where are you from? Oh yes, I'm from blah 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 blah. I'm from where. You can use this. These sentences to help you. Okay. All right, so if you want to, you can take a pause the video a little, and then I'll see you later. All right, you can pause the video. All right, and welcome back. Now, for this next part, you need to think of the questions yourself. So for example, you don't know what colleague means. So you want to ask your teacher, and how do you ask it in English? So here we go. Here's an example. You can say, hi teacher, what does colleague mean? Okay. colleague. Many times I have students, they will confuse. Confused means they don't know, they are not very sure, they are very unclear. So they will confuse colleague with college. Colleague means, of course, a work friend. College, of course, means school. Okay. How about this? What questions? How would you ask a question to ask me what is this? So you need to think of a question. So you don't know the English word for this. So you definitely need this. And you can say, if you want to pause the video and try and think of the answers yourself. But for me, I would say this, how do you say this in English? How do you say this in English? Or I can say, hi teacher, what is this thing called in English? Okay, what is this thing called in English? Hi teacher, what is this thing called in English? Oh, it's a pen. What is this thing called in English? Oh, it's a paper clip. Paper clip, okay? Of course, this itself is a clip. Of course, you have your hair clip. You have paper clip, you have hair clip. You know, for the ladies, you have nice long hair, not like me. I have no hair. All right, so ladies, sometimes your hair is very messy. You need to use a hair clip. Yeah. How about this one? You don't know how to pronounce. Well, you can say, pause the video. If you're not pausing it, you can say, how do I pronounce this word? Hi teacher, how do I pronounce this word? Okay. Or if you want it simpler, how do I read this word? How do I say this? So of course the best word is pronounce. Pronounce means to find, I think. Yep. But if you can't remember, you can always say, how do I read this word? How do I say this word? Okay. How about this? What is the question? Easy, right? Hi teacher, how do I spell your name? Here we go. Yeah, number 3. How do I spell your name? Number 4. Oh, this is very useful in class, right? Number 4, ready? Are you ready? Okay, if you are ready, we say, hi teacher, which page are we at? Can I say which page are you at? That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. For me, usually I'll say which page are we at, because everybody's on the same page, but not you. So you want to, hi teacher, hey, which page are we at? Or we can make it simple. Hi teacher, page. You got it? Hi teacher, page. Thank you. Page 23. Thanks. Thank you very much. Okay. Next one. Number 5. You didn't understand an explanation. What are sentences that we can say here? You can say, hi teacher, can you explain again, please? Okay, anything else? Yeah, I think this is the best. Hi teacher, I'm sorry, can you explain again, please? Could you please explain again? Oh yeah, sure, could. If you want to be more polite, could you please explain again? Okay. Next one, you didn't hear what your teacher said. Can we say, huh? Okay, of course not. Of course, we can say, huh? What we can say is, hi teacher, sorry, could you please repeat? Remember to apologize, all right, if you didn't hear. It's probably you're playing your phone, maybe. I do that all the time. All right, so could you please repeat? Yeah. Oh, hi teacher, can you explain again? All right, again. Usually for me, I won't say, teacher, I didn't hear what you said. I mean, sometimes it's a bit dangerous, right? The teacher may be like, what didn't you hear? You know? So could you please repeat? You want to know what today's homework is? Sure. Nice and simple. Hi, teacher, what's the homework for today? What's the homework for today? Yeah. Or, hi teacher, is there any homework for today? I mean, I hope you know that it's a bit different, right? These two sentences are a bit different. Yeah, a bit different. So think about it for a while. What's the difference between these two sentences? What's the homework for today, and is there any homework for today? What's the difference? If you don't know what's the homework for today, means that there is homework, but you don't know what's the homework. Is there any homework for today means that you are checking if the teacher is giving you any homework, if the teacher wants to give you any homework. All right. And you want your teacher to write a word on the board. Okay, so what can you say? What do you say? Hi, teacher, could you please write the word on the board? Yeah, nice and simple. Or it can be simpler than this. Hi, teacher, could you please write the word? Done. I don't really need to say on the board because there's only one place to write, right? The teacher won't write it on your hand. The teacher won't write it, that's only the board. So, hi teacher, could you please write it on the board? That is of course very, very polite. I mean, you can go nice, can go normal. Can you please write the word? But it's better to say could you please write the word? Okay. I hope you enjoyed the discussion. If you want to, take a bit of time to think about any more questions that you can ask. Now, if you are ready, I want you to listen and check what are the answers that are given. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Unit 1, Recording 3. 1.
What's the English word for this?
2.
How do you pronounce this word?
3.
How do you spell your name?
4.
Which page are we on?
5.
Could you explain that again, please?
6.
Could you say that again, please?
7.
What's today's homework?
8.
Could you write it on the board, please?
All right, are you ready? Let's check the answers, okay? Here we go. Some of it are very similar. Which page are we on? Which page are we at? It's the same. So if you are thinking about, can I use at? Can I use on? Both are fine. Okay. Could you say that again? Yeah. See? Very polite. What's today's homework? Could you? Okay. All right. Again, if you need more time, pause the video. I'm moving on to the next part. Let's go. All right, so the next part, of course, is speaking. If you have time, you have to do it yourself, write it down, check it with teachers in class. If you are buying it as more of an online course for yourself, again, you can always send us questions. We'll do our best to help, okay? All right, if you're ready, let's move on to study and practice 1 on page 132. Let's go. Now, why are we going all the way back to the back of the book? Because for this series of books, we put all our grammar behind. All right, so this is, of course, when you have time, you can look at this again. We want to look at auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs. What is? I don't really want you to worry about what is auxiliary verbs, but they are. How do I make this easy to understand? Okay. Now, in English, what is a sentence? Just give me a moment. I need to adjust something slow. Close this. Okay, so in English, I will try to explain an auxiliary verb. Okay, what is an auxiliary verb? We start off with something very simple. What is a verb? Now, of course, all of you can tell me, easily tell me, a verb is an action word. All right, for example, like, okay, just I'm slowing down for a little while because the video seems to be a bit slow. Okay, I'm back. All right, so now what is a verb? A very basic verb will be like eat. These are action words, huh? Okay. And then we have verbs that have no actions at all, like for example, think, right? Right, you can't see think, but your brain is moving. Feel, like, okay, these are our basic verbs. When we talk about verbs, these are verbs, okay, action words. But when we talk about auxiliary verbs, I will explain it like this, okay? In English, what is a sentence? What is a sentence in English? Of course, you can say 句子. So let me ask you, how many words do we need to make a sentence in English? What is a sentence? All right. So how many words do we need to make a complete sentence in English? We need only 2 words. For example, anyone? Okay, do you want to try? Do you want to pause the video and just think what are the two words that will make a complete sentence. A complete sentence is, for example, he eats. A complete sentence, you need at least two words. You need an action, and of course you need this. So what is a sentence? A sentence in English must have a verb. It must have a verb. So for example, he is a complete sentence. All right, so these are auxiliary verbs. They don't really have any meaning. What do I mean? Let's try this again, okay? They use the easiest way to understand is to look at B. B actually has no meaning. All right, of course, it will change into your am, is, are, was, were. Okay. So that is basically an auxiliary verb. It has no meaning, but we put it in because we need it to make a sentence. Now, if you are still confused, let's just move on with the example, then it will become clearer. Okay. So first we have present continuous. He is studying. You become an actor. Past continuous. I was talking to Charles the other day. Before we move on, I just want to check, do all of you understand the difference between present continuous and present simple? So if you don't, let me help you. All right. Present simple. Basically, these are sentences that means always happens every day. It's a fact. Like for example, I am a man. This is present simple. I'm always a man. Okay, of course, that may not be true. Okay, but I am a man. I'm always a man. Let me think of a better example. For example, okay. I speak 3 languages. Okay, this is a present simple sentence. A present continuous sentence would be I am speaking 3. So what is the difference? Look at this. I speak 3 languages means I can speak 3 languages. I don't speak it every day. All right, but 我会讲3种语言. That's it. I'm speaking 3 languages means 我正在讲3种语言. Yes, but what does it mean? This means that, okay, so I do teach level 1, so I like to explain it like this. So I'm speaking 3 languages would mean that 我会上升. Yes, 我会上升. All right, so if you want to know 会上升, actually the word for 会上升 is possessed. All right, okay, just for fun. That means I have 3 ghosts, 3 demons inside me. That's why I'm speaking 3 languages at the same time, which means at the same time you can hear me speaking English, Chinese, and Malay together at the same time. Not Singlish. It's not Singlish. It means at the same time I'm speaking 3 languages. You can hear me speak English. You can hear me speak Mandarin. Mandarin is Huayi. 普通话. Mandarin is 普通话. And of course Malay. Okay, at the same time. Whereas I speak 3 languages. I cannot do it at the same time, but it's something that I can do. Okay. So how do we make our continuous? Usually we have our is or was. ing. The next one we are going to look at is the perfect tenses. We have been here for 3 months. The film had started when we got there. If you are confused with your present perfect, do not worry. For level 4, we will teach a lot on present perfect. Okay, and of course, past perfect. But let's look at our have. In English, the word have has three meanings. Number one, we go with our very basic, I have $2. Okay, this is something that I have belongs to me. The second meaning of will be, it can become many actions, like for example, have breakfast, have a shower, have a break, have children. And do you know what's the meaning of have children? Yes, you may say 有孩子, but it also means 生孩子. I have 2 dogs. I'm sorry, two dogs. It means that 我养了两只狗. So this is the meaning of have here. So it's a very flexible word, versatile word. Oh dear, versatile. It's a very useful action word. Okay, but the third meaning that we use it for is for our perfect tense. Like for example, and I like to use it as, I like to call it already 已经吃. Like for example, I have eaten. 我已经吃了. I have eaten. So here is my 已经. Over here, I have eaten. Okay. All right. The next one we have is we use do. See, do all of your family live around here? So again, so looking back at this, no, I was. There is no meaning for this. There is no meaning here. Same thing here. We have been. There is no meaning. Film had started. No meaning again. But we need to put the grammar in. Same thing. Do all your family. How do you explain do? Right? I didn't. Okay, of course, this one has a meaning. But do all your family live? What is the meaning of do? For example, also I can say, do you do housework? Do you do housework? So if you look here, can you see 2 do's? So this do and this do, which do means, which do is actually the action do, and which do is just has no meaning. So if you look here, this do is an action. I want to do my homework. I want to do housework. Okay, but this do has no meaning, and so this is what we call an auxiliary verb. Okay, I didn't get your mail. All right, so here we go. Is he studying to become a doctor? So when we want to make into a continuous, of course, the position of the is will change. Is he studying? How long have your brother and sister lived here? Now, I can speak Chinese, Mandarin, so I'm going to help you a bit. Hopefully, this will help you to understand. So, how long have your brother and sister lived here? I want you to stop the video and think about how you would translate, how would you explain this in Chinese, okay? Pause the video. All right, in Chinese, I will explain this as 你的兄弟跟姐姐在这里已经住了多久？你的兄弟姐妹在这里已经住了多久？ So because of my have, this is what I mean by perfect tenses. Okay. WH questions. These are all the different types of questions that we have. We have more, of course, but when, where, what, which, why, who, whose, how, what kind of coffee do you like? I can say what kind of. I can also say what. If I don't want to say what kind of, what can I say? I can say what type of coffee do you like? What sort of is the same. is the same. Right? Do you know this word? Yeah. Now, like for example, sometimes if you buy chocolates, you buy chocolates in a box, and they have many different types of chocolates in the box. Okay, they will say assorted chocolates. Oops. Assorted chocolates. This means many different types of chocolates. Sometimes you get assorted flavors. All right, many different flavors, assorted. Okay, so this is also type. This is also kind. What time? What color? Which book, school, woman, etc. etc. means etc. So on and so forth. More and more and more different types. Okay, etc. You can say etc. You can say etc. I usually say etc. How many? How much? How often? Okay. Like how often do you go to the supermarket? Every week. Oh, I go to the supermarket twice a week or thrice a week. How often? How old? How old are you? Of course, we can use nicer English. We can say how young. If you are using this for work, it's always better to say how young are you rather than how old are you. It sounds better. Okay. What exactly? Where exactly? Why exactly? So what exactly means that. For example, what exactly do you want to eat? When do I use this? Sometimes when I ask my wife, what do you want to eat? And then she says, I don't know. Why don't you tell me? So I'll say like McDonald's, she'll say no. KFC, she'll say no. And then I'll go, what exactly do you want to tell me? Give me all the details, all the information about what you want to eat. What exactly? Okay, where exactly did you go? Right? Usually for boyfriends or girlfriends, you want to know. When you're asking for more information, that's when you say where exactly. Exactly. Okay? All right. Why exactly? Give me all the information about. Now, why? Okay? Have a look at this. So usually we use auxiliary verbs. Again, auxiliary verbs are, if you try and understand it in Chinese, you can't because it has no meaning. All right, but in English, it's just to help, okay? So have you been here before? Yes, I have. So if it's have, it's have. Does your family live in Paris? My father does, but my mother doesn't. Okay, so this and this is a bit different. This one actually has meanings, but this one doesn't. Okay, we use it to avoid repeating long sentences. So of course, a long sentence here will be, yes, my father lives in Paris, but my mother doesn't live in Paris. So in simple English, my father does, but my mother doesn't. Okay. I hope that this doesn't confuse you. If it confuses you, it's a very simple way to do this is to just don't worry about the grammar. Yeah, yes, my father, yes, and my mother, no. My father, yes, my mother, no. So this keeps it very short and simple and easy. You don't need to worry too much. Okay. But of course, now that you're at level 4, we can spend a bit more time. So for the rest of this, oh, I'm sorry, here. My brother's gone to live in Australia. Now let's look at this part here. So this, are you confused with this? My brother is, no. So for this is, the full sentence for this is, my brother has gone to live in Australia. Has gone. And remember, this has means already. This has means eating. Has he? Okay. All right, you were at home, weren't you? I don't really like this. Okay, this is more of a confirmation. You don't need to do this. You can keep this simple. You were at home last night, right? Nice and simple. Okay, for the next part of this, you need to choose the correct verbs. Where, nice and simple. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right. Pause the video. Take some time to do all of this. All right, and when you're ready, unpause the video and you can come back and check your answers. All right, stop the video or take a break, or have rest or do something, you know. Ready? Okay. Pause the video now. And welcome back. I hope you've done your homework. If you haven't paused the video, if you didn't pause the video, it looks a bit weird. Anyway, I hope you've done all this. Should be very simple. Should have taken you at most 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. Let's just check the answers. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. And let me zoom in. Check your answers. For this one, have you got any money on you? You can use American English. Do you have any money on you? Same. Use anything that is easier for you. How is your course going? I hope you know this. The answer for this is, oh, it's going great, or I don't really understand what the teacher is saying. Oh, I'm so confused. Confused? Okay, I hope you know the word confused, okay? 模糊, huh? If you have been working in Singapore we say very blur. You know, in Singapore we like to say blur. Remember, blur is Singlish. Blur means 模糊, things you cannot see. Confused is your brain, your mind is 模糊. So this is for your mind, and this is only for your eyes. But in Singapore, we don't care. We use them like they are the same. Check your homework. And check your homework. Here we go. Okay. If you have any questions here, you have to ask your teachers, right? Or if you see me around, you can ask me this. Okay. Hope you understand rest of your family. Rest, of course, has a few meanings. The basic meaning is to not do anything. I need to rest. Of course, here the rest of the family is sincere. Okay. All right. It's been an hour plus. I think you guys are a bit tired. Maybe by pausing and doing all these things yourself, it's been a while. So it's time to take a break and to go on to the next video. All right, in the next video, we are going to continue to talk about people around you. Remember, this is just a warm-up. So take some time, have a break, and then continue to the next video. For me, this is all for today. All right, and I will see you in the next video. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.